Hey, lower elementary. Today we're going to talk about the reason for the seasons. Now, the seasons are very important. They affect every living thing, how they grow and how they change throughout the year. And the reason that we have seasons is because the earth is tilted. Our earth rotates on an imaginary line called an axis. Now we can see it here in our globe, but it's an imaginary line called the axis, and the axis is tilted. And the axis stays tilted as the earth revolves around the sun and rotates around itself. We know that when the part of the earth that we are on is facing the sun, it's daytime. And as the earth rotates, when we are not facing the sun, it is nighttime. And seasons work similarly. When the earth is tilted on its axis towards the sun, the part of the earth that we are on, we're experiencing summer, while other parts of the world are experiencing winter. And the same thing goes for winter. When the axis is tilted away, the part of the earth that we are on, when the axis is tilted away, is experiencing winter, while other parts of our earth are experiencing summer. Here is a chart to help us better understand. When the earth is tilted furthest away from the sun in the northern hemisphere, we call this the winter solstice, or the first day of winter. This is the longest night of the year. There are more hours of darkness this day than any other day of the year. When the sun's rays are shining directly upon the northern hemisphere, this day is called the summer solstice. It's the first day of summer in the northern hemisphere, and it's the shortest night of the year. There are more hours of sunlight on this day than any other day of the year. At this time, the northern and southern hemisphere are getting the same amount of sunlight. The number of hours of daylight is equal to the number of hours of darkness, and this is called the autumnal equinox. And it marks the end of summer and the first day of autumn. At this time, the northern and southern hemisphere are also getting the same amount of sunlight. The hours of daylight is equal to the hours of dark, and this is called the vernal equinox. It marks the end of winter, and it is also the first day of spring. And as the earth rotates on its axis and revolves around the sun, we continue to see the same patterns in our seasons: spring, summer, autumn, winter.